All right. I believe we are live. Welcome to Mega Selling Artist Live. I'm coming to you actually from Arkansas. Feeling good. Just had my hair done. Don't you love it when you get your hair done? Feels so good. So I would love for you to say hello as you're joining and signing in so I know who is here. And today you are walking away. You are walking away with the exact same system, the formula that my clients have used to double, triple, even 10 times their income. So I want you to have this formula because I think you deserve it. You're out there with a fabulous product, and I want you to be successful. So today the system is about getting 100 new leads per week in 10 hours per week. 100 for 10, right? Without paying for ads. This isn't about paying for ads. And then we're also going to walk through and kind of identify some gaps that you may have in your system. As we walk through this, you may see some things that you're like, oh, wow, yeah, this is something I need to fix. So all right, if that sounds good to you, I want you to say, yes, that's me. I would love to hear you say that. And I know that you can benefit from this. So, once again, say hello as you're signing in. If you are watching in this in replay, I understand we have so many artists that maybe work during the day. We also have some artists here who are on the other side of the world. They're sleeping right now, so they always catch this in replay. If you are catching this in replay, I want you to put hashtag replay so I know that you have been able to watch the content. And if you're here live, of course, say hello. I've got Marla here. I love having my summit seekers here with me. Welcome. So, for those of you who just joined, we are walking through the exact same system that I have given my clients that they have used to double, triple, even 10 times their income. So this is good stuff. I'm Shauna St. James. We have some new mega selling artists here in the group. Hey, Judy. I'm Shauna St. James. I am the founder of Mega Selling Artists and Summit Seekers. And really what we do here is we help artists raise their prices and earn six figures without feeling like a pushy, slimy salesperson, right? Nobody loves that. Nobody wants to do that. And the goal is so that you can share your creative gifts with the world, but thrive from sharing those gifts, not just give them away for free, right? We don't want to be doing that. Oh, Pat, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So I know that you have an amazing product, and we need to get that in the hands of as many people as possible. If you believe that you are here and you are meant to share your gift because you have an amazing product that really can change people's lives, that can make people's lives better, I want you to put me in the chat. Me. Because we need to claim that as often as possible. You know that I come from a neuroscience and a sales psychology background. And the more often that we actually think that thought and we tell ourselves that, it changes our whole body chemistry and we are more likely to succeed, right? It changes our vibration. When we vibrate at a better, higher frequency, we attract better things in our lives. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 4, for those of you who are here and for those of you who are in replay, I would love to know, 4 being, yes, this is something you desperately need. Like, you know, this is a hang up that you've got in your sales system. How many of you are struggling to get your art in front of enough people to really be able to grow your sales? I want to hear from you if that is you. 4, if that's you. 3, if you're like, I'm probably doing okay. I want you to go ahead and put that in. I'm going to go ahead and share screen. We got Jonana here. Great to see you. Let's share my screen because I actually prepared some slides for you today. Kind of crazy. I know. All right, here we go. This is what we are doing today. So first of all, I want you to know that we're going to have a little fun because I like to have fun while we're getting stuff done, right? So today you're also going to have a chance to win some mega selling artist fun flair. I love stickers. They're so fun to put on your computer. I use them on my computer case. I also have them, on um, my little refrigerator, my drink refrigerator. They're just fun. So that is what I love to share, and I will be giving those out. Here is how you can earn your Mega Selling Artist Live flair. I want to see who is commenting, who is engaging. For those of you who are engaged and who are commenting and really putting your energy into this training, you're going to have a little reward at the end. So, all right, let's go ahead and move through. I want to go through some sales metrics. Let's talk about some sales numbers. Now, this is something I really struggled with when I was first starting my business. So, if this is you, if you're in the same boat I am, hey, it's okay. That's why we're here. We're learning. If you already know these stats, yes, congratulations, because this is always going to help you move forward. So, some sales metrics. First of all, a standard sales conversion number. What does that mean? That means the number of people who are actually ready to buy, the percentage of people. So 10 to 15% of all of our leads that come in to our sales funnel or our sales system actually end up buying. Now, I have also heard up to 30%, but on average 10 to 15%. And 3% of your leads, of those leads, are ready to buy at any given time. Like when you make the offer, only 3% of the people that you have your product in front of who know you, right? Who know you, what you do, what you sell, what you offer, only 3% of those people are going to be ready to buy. We need to have more people, right? And in the big corporate professional sales team world, now we're entrepreneurs, we're artists. Most of us don't have sales teams, but the big companies who do have sales teams, do you know? I had no idea. I was way off base on this number when I was selling and working on sales in my business. 30 to 40% of their time each week is spent on getting new leads, because they know that more leads equals more sales. Now, for those of you who are like, "Oh my gosh, that's a lot." I agree. I totally agree. How many of you knew this and are doing this? On a scale of 1 to 4, I want to see it in the chat. Yikes, I had no idea. That was me when I first started my business. I had no idea. Not even close. Yeah, I kind of try to do this. I know that I need to be shooting for 30 to 40%. Maybe I don't get there. For heck yes, I totally got this. I nail it every week. I'm spending 30 to 40% of my time in my business focusing on prospecting new leads. I'm going to switch my screen over here really quick so I can see. Can't read, too blurry. Yeah, this is a little bit smaller. Let me change my screen and see if does this work better? Can you see better right there? Marla, 3. Yeah, no, but don't do it. Well, good for you. At least you knew. I didn't even know. I've got someone else here who's a 2. I totally get you. So this is part of the awareness part that I want us to have this week. We're going to change that because here's the big picture, you guys. Our mountain that's here in the background, right? Our mountain, the summit we want to get to, we have to have all of these things in place to get there. We have to have the mindset. We've talked about that last week. We've got to have the right strategy to get out there and do it. We have to have a system, which is what you're getting today. We have to have a really good, hot system for being able to go out and get our leads and keep track of them. Now, I was pretty good at going out and getting them, but keeping track of them was another issue. And that was also an issue for a lot of the artists that I worked with. It's just really hard to keep track of everyone and know where you're at in each conversation with each person. So that is part of our system. And then not only that, but once you get them, right? Let's say once you friend request them, having the skills to be able to connect with them. Having the skills to be able to transition that really true, authentic relationship that you've built with someone and friendship into a sales conversation. And then the sales psychology behind having a sales conversation, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but a lot of times it was really hard for me to make the transition to that conversation. But then also when there were objections that came up, I just didn't know what to do with the objections. And a lot of that is having the sales psychology advantage. Here's what your roof looks like when you don't have all of these things right? So when we aren't focusing on making sure we're getting leads and maybe we have a good strategy, but you can see where things mismatch and we cannot reach the top. We are not going to be able to reach the top unless we have all these things in place. Art. We know it's personal. It is so personal. I mean, everything is personal, right? We have, when we buy a car, we know what color we want, we know what features we want, but art is deeply emotional and personal. So the key to being able to sell our artwork without feeling slimy is being able to make authentic and personal connections. That is how we must start. We've got to find our customers. We have to know who our customers are. We got to authentically connect with them. And then we got to present our offer, right? If we're not presenting offers, if you're not making offers, we are not going to be making sales. But there are things that we can do before we make this offer. Sorry, Mike. Before we actually make the offer to buy something, we can offer our leads, our connections, something else. So let's talk about that. There are two methods for finding more leads, for connecting with more leads. And I know you guys have probably heard this before, but I want you to really sit with this because this is one of those things where sometimes this is where we get stuck. We're in a catch-22 where we're like, yeah, I don't have the money, right? I don't have the money to pay for ads, but I don't really want to give my time to do the work to get the organic leads. The truth is right here, this is the truth bomb this week. You have to make a choice. You have to make a choice or you are going to stay stuck. There is no way you can increase your sales unless you're adding more leads into your sales system, the people that you're connected with, getting in front of more people. And you have two choices. You either have to pay, and paying for ads, there's a lot of skill, right, to getting those ads to actually be efficient and work for you to get you the results you want, to be productive. And then time. You've got to be able to commit the time, which is why I was talking about 30 to 40% of our week should be dedicated to getting more leads. All right, here it is. We're just going for it. It's not going to take you very long here to get this system and get out of here. This is the organic customer collection system that all of my clients use consistently. One of our recent clients, she was able to make, I think it was in April. So it was really early, April, May. She had already pulled in 80K for the year, for the 2023. Before, when she was starting to work with us, that was in late 2021, like December, she was only making 5,000 a year. This system is what changed everything for her. I want you to take this system and have the same success. So here it is. The first thing is we got to be able to identify who our ideal customer is, right? Know where to find them. Once we know who they are, we have to know where to find them. Online. We're talking specifically online. And that doesn't mean you're not going to find them in shows and other places, but we're talking about here in social media, online. We've got to be able to connect with them because remember, art is personal. So we've got to do things like commenting on posts, posting in Facebook groups, sending friend requests. I have a lot of artists who resist this, and truly, I do understand. I get it. I understand why I resisted it too. A it kind of felt tedious to me until I got the system and got the rhythm. And then I was like, oh, this is much easier than I thought. B, right, the second issue, I was really scared. Frankly, I was scared of rejection. And that's why we talk about success mindsets so much inside of Summit Seekers, because we have to be able to reframe that and have the mindset that it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't care if some people aren't going to like my art. I'm not going to let it stop me. But those are the steps. Then we're going to offer them a lead magnet. A lead magnet. Instead of saying, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? Hey, I saw you like my painting. Want to buy it? Honestly, I used to do that. If somebody liked and hearted something, I thought, dang, this sale is ready to go. I had to learn the steps and the skills. There's some finesse. There's some nuance to make that really happen. So the last thing that helps you make that happen is you have to be able to nurture that connection. And we have to be able to nurture that connection in a specific way, right? We don't want to hear, we don't want to be doing, life stories and things like that. We still want to keep it around the topic of our artwork. So here's the breakdown. This is what it looks like to have 100 new leads in 10 hours a week. If you work 5 days a week in your business, that's 20 leads a day. You need to be getting 20 leads a day. Super doable when you use this system. If you only worked 4 days a week in your business, then you need to be focused on getting 25 leads a day. How does that break down? If you were actually working 40 hours a week in your business, then 30% of that 40 hours would be 12 hours. So you would have 12 hours if you wanted to, but I don't think it's going to take you 12 hours to get 20 leads. I don't. I know for a fact that you can do that in less than 12 hours a week. And then, having not 12 hours a week, 6 hours when you break it all down. Or if you are having a 30-hour week, if you know that you dedicate 30 hours a week to your business, and I'm not just talking about the creative part, we're talking about the actual admin, the real part, like the machine, the operations part of our business, that comes out 30% is 9 hours a week. That's doable. Isn't that so doable? If you only work 20 hours a week, you're going to have a little bit more difficulty maybe hitting that 20, 25 leads per day. But that's only 8 hours if you were spending 40% of your time. Yes, you guys, this is so doable. So doable. If you can't do 10 hours a week, that is okay. Just think about it. Even if you only spent 5 hours per week, that's 50 new leads a week. That's 200 new leads every month. Would that not make a freaking big difference? Oh my word. I hope you're jazzed about this, right? I hope this is inspiring you and motivating you, because sometimes when we look at the big picture, it's like, oh my gosh, no, I can't do that. That's just, when we break it down into these baby steps, you realize that, oh, wow, this is doable. What would 200 new leads every month do for your business? Holy Moses, right? On a scale of 1 to 4, how many of you can go, yeah, I am all in. I'm going to do this, right? I want to see 4s. I'm going to go back here to my screen so I can see. When I'm on slides, I can't see any of you. Right? If you're like, yes, I'm all in, I'm going to do it. I know this will work. This system that I just talked to you about, I want to see 4s. If you're like, okay, I'll try it. Maybe it'll work for me. I want you to be honest. Give me a 3. If you're like, yeah, no, I could do it if I have to, but I'm going to dread doing it. Be honest. And 1 is, yikes, yeah, no, I don't want to do that at all. Because here's what I want you to really absorb. And once again, this is the truth bomb. This is the tough love. because I really do. I love you guys. I want you guys to succeed. If you are not willing to do the work, then you've got to spend the money on ads. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want you going out there and just willy-nilly trying to do your own ads. You need to get someone to help you do ads the right way. There is so much nuance, finesse, and skill behind doing ads correctly and properly to where you're going to get a good return on your investment. Don't make this decision and go, okay, yeah, I'm just going to spend the money and go out and do it on your own. If you were going to spend the money, spend it wisely, right? Otherwise, if you're like me when I was starting my business, and a lot of the clients I work with, most of the clients I work with, they have to work up to the point where they can spend money on ads and have someone help them with ads. So when they are building their base of people, of customers, this is the system they used. So I just want you to think about that. Hello, I've got Janice made it. What is a lead magnet? Pat, we're going to talk about that. That is exactly what we teach you inside Mega Selling Artists. A lead magnet is something we offer people in exchange for connecting with us. More organic, more leads equals organic or paid. We talked about that. Right? We talked about that. So here it is. Lead magnets. How do you get more leads? This is a tool. A lead magnet is a tool you can get more leads. Here's why I love lead magnets. They work for both organic and paid lead generation strategies. Right? So whether you're going out there and you're doing the system that I just showed you, right? Let's go back to that screen. This one, if you're doing the organic system, the lead magnet works for you, as well as if you're using a paid system. Lead magnets are the key. This is where we start the sales psychology advantage. Because you are offering something to someone, you are creating the law of reciprocation. This is where we're offering something that they're not having to pay for. And I'm not talking about giving away free art, right? There are lead magnets is a whole big thing that we talk about inside of Summit Seekers. It's not something I can just sit here and give you a brief lowdown on because there are lots of nuances about lead magnets. It depends on what you sell, who your clients are, and the kind of lead magnet you want to share with your clients. This is where the sales psychology advantage starts. So how many of you right here on a scale of 1 to 4, when I started, I was kind of down here at 1. A lot of the artists I work with are down here at 1. Yikes, I have no idea what I'd offer. I started. I know I need one, but I just haven't finished setting it up. Or the 3, yeah, I've tried using one, but it didn't work. That was the next place I went, right? I had some lead magnets. The first or second lead magnet isn't necessarily going to be the right one. Sometimes you got to try different lead magnets. So that's why when I say there's a nuance to it, one idea isn't always going to be the best idea. Or 4, heck yeah, I've totally got this. Totally got this. I have a lead magnet that I know that works. Yes, Marla is using lead magnets. I think Marla already has more than one lead magnet made, and it is helping her grow her leads, her list, right? The people that she is connected with, the people that she's getting her art in front of, right? I know that you guys can do this. If this is something that you are not sure how to do, that's what I want to help you with. Oh my gosh, I'd love to help you with that. That's one of the first things we get going on. All right. So here's what it looks like when you're walking through this whole thing. Today we talked about right here, the customer collection system. But just like the pillars that were vertical, these are the same things, right? We've got to have a success mindset. We have to have the right strategy as to how we're going out there and actually collecting our people, making our sales, having the whole strategy behind that. Then how we collect our people and the authentic connections is key. Nobody wants to feel sold to. I don't want to feel sold to. And I certainly don't want to feel like I'm manipulating someone. That's not what sharing my art is about. That's not what you're about. When you're out there sharing your art and you're wanting to get it into people's hands, it's not something you want to have to manipulate to make happen, right? And we don't have to do it that way, because when we know how to make an authentic connection, we can make sure that we're having conversations, the sales conversations that are about serving our customers, that are about making sure that our product is helping them and solving a problem for them. The solving a problem for them, that sounds elusive. You're like, I don't get what kind of problems art solves. And that once again depends on your product as to the problem that you solve. So that's not an individual thing. But here's the deal. Oh, look, all my people are gone. That's really weird. This is so weird. All the faces are gone out of my circles. Well, those had all my faces, right? I can name who they were. But these are all the artists who have used this system and who know that this system works. It is working for them. They are still using it. It's not like something that they tried and they're like, oh, yeah, but I'm just going to not use that anymore. I'm telling you, it works. If you want to know how we can make this system work for you, I want you to put map me, hashtag map me in the chat if you'd like to have a complimentary business call, a business map call, because we're going to look at your sales system and we're going to figure out what you need to change, what needs to happen, right, in your system to get you to here. We're going to map it out for you. That's a complimentary call. And then what happens next? After this, I'm going to post the Fun Flare giveaway winner. So after the live, when I shut this down later, I will be posting that. And I'll probably do, tag you guys. Of course, I'll tag the winner. So let me stop sharing my screen here. You guys are amazing. And I want you to know that. And I hope this was inspiring to you. And I also hope, I'll be honest, that this was a little bit of a wake-up call. When you really have to sit down and you have to make the decision, am I going to do the work? Am I going to do the things? Right? Am I going to spend the time? Because if you really want to be successful, you have to do these things. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. All right. I will see you next week. Love you guys. Remember, if you're watching this in replay, hashtag replay. Take care. I will see you next week.